The unpardonable sin. You have the unpardonable sin, and you have the reasons why it is done. The reason, really, singular, why it is done. You have the unpardonable sin and the reason why it's done. You cannot divorce the act from the reason why it's being done. And that's with regard to anything. And so, just like somebody feeding the poor because they care for the poor, or as opposed to somebody feeding the poor to try and fool people and go, look how righteous I am. It's spiritual. I gave this guy a sandwich. So therefore, you can't question my faith. So, people that have insight and the reasons why people do things tells you what they're really up to. So, the unpardonable sin. They'll say it's unbelief or something. Or they'll say it's, you see, blaspheming the Holy Spirit. Now, the Holy Spirit is a witness, you see, and He witnesses to the truth to all men who are able. But for those who are not able in this life, they are made able at some point, and that's after that. An infant that lives 2 months and dies, well, I would say he died without the truth. And so, he's going to get it. The truth, that is. All men get the truth sooner or later. And so, the Holy Spirit, He witnesses to man and man's state and man's need for God. And He actually convinces the man. Because man knows what the standard is. The standard of goodness. And so if a man should desire goodness, you see. Now, for those who love that which is evil, they don't want to be good. They see being good as not being able, it's an impediment to getting what they want. You see, like somebody who loves money or whatever. He cheats people in business deals and all kinds of stuff like that. He doesn't give money to the poor. He cares nothing. He's about collecting money. And so he ain't donating to the poor or whatever. When you have a selfish agenda, the love for evil, it is a selfish agenda. And when one loves that which is evil, one cannot love his neighbor, basically. You love that which is evil, you see, you become what you love, and so you are evil, and so therefore you are harmful to your neighbor, and so therefore you cannot care for your neighbor. The Holy Spirit witnesses to the truth, and men are convinced as to what the truth is. He makes sure that that is done. And what they do is, they go through basically the phony, false stage play like Lucifer did during his rebellion. He knew what the truth was. He knew God was good. You see, he knew how to be good, all that kind of stuff. And Satan developed the love for that which is evil in his own personal agenda. And he was the one who originated and copyrighted all evil. And so all who do evil imitate him, whether they know it or not, whether they're aware of it or not, or whether they willfully choose it. And so Satan accused God of what Satan himself was actually guilty of. And so Satan was basically saying that God is not trustworthy or reliable. And so all who reject Christ, they are giving false testimony. They are holding Christ as though he is not trustworthy or to be relied on. And the Holy Spirit, you see, who witnesses this, they are saying that his witness and testimony of God's goodness is not to be trusted. And they know, though, that it is. They lie against the truth. They lie against what they know is true. And they commit a greater offense than any of the others listed under the Mosaic Law. And the reason why they do that, of course, is because they love that which is evil. And so that's why you have all these people, you know, saying, you see, God doesn't exist, or they have a false God or whatever. It's the attempt to appease their own conscience. Because when they reject the truth, knowing what it is, God is faithful to witness to them what the ramifications of that are. Those who love that which is evil will not repent of it. It's not just a one-time act. It's called an eternal sin, an eternal wrongdoing. It's not something that's a decision that somebody makes flippantly one day as, I don't know what, an emotional teenager. It's what I would call a mature decision, or a maturing decision, where men make up their minds and they mature in their preference, and they are not going to change their mind because they don't want to. That's why you have the lake prison. Those that love that which is evil and are not going to repent of it, they're going to be a problem forever, always causing problems, always lying against the truth, always putting on this phony stage play. Just like those you see who commit the unpardonable sin, they know what the truth is, and they lie, pretending like, no, that ain't the truth, when they know it is. And you see, when somebody's doing that, they're just lying because they love the lie. Because you see, they love that which is evil. And they go through the pretense of justifying their love for evil by accusing God of being guilty of the very evil that they themselves are guilty of. They lie, and they know what the truth is, and they lie. And so, guess what? They will continue to do that if they are left free to roam in eternity. And there will be a continual rebelling and continual unease. And there will be no peace. And so that's what the lake prison is for, to sequester these people so that they are prevented from acting out, doing the overt acts that they do here on earth. And so they are sequestered, they are put in prison. And none of them repent. And the source of their miseries is that they cannot act out in the evil that they so love. It's because of them and the way they want to be and the way they are is the reason why they're sequestered forever. You know what is interesting? How do you commit adultery throughout eternity? When you die, how do you go down to the bar and get drunk forever? I don't think there's any bars in heaven, and there won't be any bars on earth when Jesus Christ returns where you can go in and have 43 beers. And there won't be no cheap motels on earth either. And so, and even on the new heavens and new earth, right, beyond the millennial reign, the new heavens and the new earth, you won't be able to go get LSD and freak out. You see, you won't be able to commit murder on the new heavens and new earth. The most simple thing is, you see, here we have good and evil. Man is faced with a choice with regard to either one. And when one makes his choices and has made up his mind, those who love that which is good above their own lives, there's nothing to intimidate them with or get them to change their mind, and they're not going to. That's why they're not tested again. You see, when you pass the ultimate test, you're not retested. And guess what? It's the same thing with those who love that which is evil. All things have to be eliminated in terms of possible sources of mitigation. Why are you doing evil? Because you're under threat and intimidation to save your own life? You're lying against the truth to save your own life because you have a conflict of interest? And so you see, those who love that which is evil, they go through a test too, to show that they love that which is evil above their own lives. And that's what those people do who commit the unpardonable sin. They will not change their mind, and there's no way to talk them out of it. And first of all, God's not going to threaten them out of it anyways. Not going to try to intimidate them. So the idea is, just like those who follow the Antichrist, they're tested, they seek death, but they still will not repent. So they basically pass like the reverse form of the test, that there's no areas of mitigation or no reasons why they are loving that which is evil. That they're loving that which is evil because they simply do. And when they mature, you see, they are not going to repent of it, and they're going to be a problem forever. So therefore, they have to be locked up forever. And that's the way it is. And I can live with that.